Greetings everyone, and Great here. I have another Company Heroes, not Company Heroes, Age of Empires for the replay. Well, on the bottom right side is the pink Abbasid Dynasty with Jeanne, Secours, I have no idea to pronounce that. And small on top left side is the blue Byzantines. We have a foreign name. Gold being collected up, house being built, mining camp there. And we do have the town center, of course, producing villagers. Abbasid has built the House of Wisdom, and luckily that is working functionally, so you can see what's being researched up here. Berries being collected on up at this current time. Berries do collect up faster than even deer, thanks to the improved berries that some Islamic nations get. Also, map deployment, we do have deer way down here. Decent amount of berries and stone next to each other. Though this berry deposit may be big enough where you actually may need 2 mills to get them at capacity. It is a large food deposit there, so we've got quite a bit of food and stone for the Abbasid player, with more food and stone in the middle. Yeah, a little bit of berries there, and stone. Gold off to the side, with 2 small gold deposits over here, with a bit of berries. Imperial Hippodrome now being employed out on the field, as well as a military wing. You'll get 2 free spearmen and archers, and the Imperial Hippodrome will of course allow him to get some mercenaries. He doesn't look to need berries just yet of his own. A safe mercenary camp would be getting Musafati warriors and camp archers, which are probably not super useful, honestly. And over here, he can get out some mercenary royal knights and some horse archers. More housing being built, not a big surprise. If he's able to force out the Golden Age Tier 1 earlier, he will get one of the most powerful economic benefits in the entire game, plus 15% collection rate for all resources. There's the age up now. Spearmen and archers now push away forward. And scout, also scouting for those units as well. Oops, got a bit of a lag spike there. Horsemen now making his advance will be intercepted by the spearmen, because right now they're just regular spearmen, not even hardened spearmen. Wolves are being bitten by both. Good spear hit there. Does get some damage on that wolf. This wolf is also getting some bites on in. Who does have 5 sheep he can bring back home. Pink Scout is somewhere right here with no sheep behind. He has deposited a good number of sheep here, but 9 is actually, he only found 6 sheep at the moment, that means. Blue's eating the rest of his initial sheep, getting some of the berries being collected on up. Horsemen now making their advance. Scout getting a shank there. 2 horsemen push way forward. They have a little bit of damage on one of them. The other one's pretty wounded. Triumph, of course, can heal them up quite nicely, but you don't want to really spin on that. He does not have the exfoliators, or however you pronounce that, research. Plus 2 damage from villagers. No textiles researched either. Golden Age Tier 1 is now complete, so now the Abbasid player does have +1, basically plus 50% collection rate. In other words, getting all your economic upgrades for free, while you can still get them. Abbasid probably has one of the best economies in the game, having good access to powerful trade and economic collection. Horseman does fall on back. Horsemen moving around over here, and we've got more and more horsemen being floated here. We've got 4 horsemen on the field, 2 more on the way. A couple of Byzantine archers being floated out to help counter the spearmen. The Abbasid player does go with his own horsemen. He needs to go for more spearmen and pass up the hardened spearmen research as well. Not building any more military units. We do have these villagers migrating over here to try and get another town center next to this gold deposit. Does get around on basic walls over here, controlling the pathing. Maybe worth it to get a tiny bit of walling there just in case as well, but that's because we know the Byzantine player is going to be aggressive. Does escort those villagers over there just in case. King Scout is starting to spot all these military units. He's starting to build more horsemen. He needs to get a barracks as well. So honestly, if you just go for mass horsemen, he'll be equal to his opponent on horseman v horseman, but we'll be able to engage the archers quite well. Though Triumph itself may thwart that sort of idea. As improve, it'll give all of his horsemen +4 damage. The Santos has been built. He does have more than 7 villages in this area. Appears to be 11, so maybe could go for an outpost over here to provide a bit more storage for those villagers. The archers do get trapped on the high ground. Don't think that's intentional. Try and build some walls over here. Villagers try and ghost the walls. King's force is small, should be able to save the villagers. King's starting to back on off now. Try and go for an outpost here, as well as try and collect the berries. This is basically a deer deposit worth of berries. Couple horsemen engaging the archers. His spearman he has 1 spear remaining and is quickly being focused down. Triumph's now being activated. Does get some villagers inside the outpost. It's not a great engagement for Pink. Two of Pink's villagers do go down. Pink does have some horsemen remaining. Now it's going to brave the town's centerfire as well as the outpost. The health trend is quite nice. No arrow slit being researched. He does have enough stone for it. Might want to do that. There's 9 villagers there. Maybe worth to get out a second outpost as well. A number of these villagers are quite wounded. Has not researched textiles just yet. A bit of damage there. Textiles, he does have enough for it. Take some damage there. And now it's going for his arrow slit, though. +1 range on the arrow slit, as well as having a decent arrow is very handy. We do have 3 spearmen in the field. No hardened spearmen just yet. The outpost will be able to spawn in the shrubbery. Some archers getting some hits there on the villagers. The outpost may get some damage onto it. Does. It's good enough. Those villagers are quite wounded. Got some range armor being researched. Range damage also improves arrows as well. This one is going for increased damage, so the range damage will be cancelled out, but there will be a small window for blue have bonus damage. We just got even more and more horsemen here, and got some Byzantines now being mixed on in as well. And Pink's just like, I probably just abandon the region, because at this point in time, he just simply can't keep the region secure. Go for a round of farms over there. These villagers being tasked with sheep. He has a good number of sheep in reserve, so he does have other food sources. Food caves now research, giving Pink a slight edge in infantry composition. Byzantines do have increased health. They do have 100 health as opposed to what, 90? Or 90 and right now they're 104, and thus the Abbasid Arch or Spearmen are not only cheaper than Byzantines, but also are better. So they don't have access to shield wall ability. I think 10 resources cheaper for the Spearman is very important. He is not building enough Spearmen in my opinion. He has a good number of horsemen, archers, and he's going for more archers and spearmen, but he is just lacking numbers. And we do now have 2 groups of longbowmen being put on the field. Longbowmen will pose a pretty sizable threat to Pink right now. He doesn't really have. They just offer good damage. Abbasid players don't have access to any heavy in this age. Got 5 villagers there, was enough to get inside the outpost. And they need to get inside the outpost. Pink does have a forest here. Got some archers engaging the Byzantines. Spear in charge by 4, getting hit by the Abbasid the Byzantine archers. Spear connecting on some of these forces got Triumph being activated, giving them extra damage. The health regen may be useful. And some of those units, the extra health regen, it was actually useful. Both the town center and the outposts are constantly firing away. Pink is losing his army. Got more archers on the build queue. Most of Blue's horsemen are now down. If you have those horsemen, Pink's archers would do just fine. And as right now, there's just too many garrison for Blue to push any farther forward, taking a bit of damage on the retreat. And Pink has held. Now we got 10 long bowmen on the field. Going for a round of walls is very handy. He may need to repair up some of these other walls as well. Walls going up quickly. He may lose a villager or two to the archers. Starting to ghost up some of the walls. Archer force down. He is in shrubbery and Blue can't see the shrubbery. He has lost his scout. So these villagers are able to hit those walls up without being seen. The longbowmen and the outposts do have similar ranges. Many villagers in this area, he needs to get them back out of here. They're taking a bit of damage. No textiles research just yet. There's those some villagers in there, and the others are falling back. Got some melee damage being researched by the Byzantine player now. Both players have actually, the Abbasid player is not too far from aging up. Has quite a bit of food in reserve. If he does age up, Ghiloms will be excellent. Lancers wouldn't be half bad either, though he will fight against Limitani. Overall, Ghiloms, especially from food camp, will be very, very potent. A Maganel or two wouldn't hurt as well to help engage all the longbowmen and archers. Failings now being researched by the Abbasid player. More walls going on up. This villager may be picked on off. Pink does have a decent villager lead. May spot the villager now, but the shrubbery causes some line of sight issues. Disturbs the deer. Villagers are going to evacuate from this region. Notice this mill was able to touch all the, what's it called, berries with the effect. Pink's now trying to pick off some of these horsemen, getting some damage there.
Έτοιμος.
19 charges of Triumph are available, soon to be 20, so that could be 20 seconds of increased damage for his horsemen. And there's Golden Age Tier 2. Looks like some of these villagers are getting hit a little bit, just a little bit of stone being collected on up. Blue has a decent sized army here. Pink is starting to more and more forces. Has a bit of resources in reserve. Now we're going to see a massive conflict. Longbowmen causing some issues. Both players are still in feudal age. Limitani is starting to free forward engage. Abbasid archers gains a bit of damage, but looks like Pink has lost almost all of his horsemen. started stepping out with his forces. Spearman getting some damage onto the horsemen. Archers taking out the Lumentani. More of Pink's horsemen charging the way forward. Triumph's now active. Golden Horn Tower now being deployed on out. Does get some damage there. Blue is being forced on back. Both sides lost quite a bit of forces. Overall, Pink has a higher kill value, but do note that when it comes to army value and money, these things, the longbowmen are not calculated in, and Lumentani are usually worth 80 rather than 90 down here as well. Golden Horn Tower will be put on the field, which will give Pink quite a bit of troubles. If Byzantine players transition to some Varangian Guard, there's nothing much the Abbasid player can do. Abbasids tend to have trouble with man-at-arms compositions, and some Castle Age heavy infantry would be just as bad. Veteran Archer research on the way. The Abbasid player is almost enough food. He does have Golden Age Tier 2, which improves his research speed by 15%. But may need to go for the culture wing. He's going for the economic wing. Of course, this will give him access to some powerful research. Cheaper economic buildings is okay, but additional level of food collection never hurts. Basically, you can get Abbasid players can basically get 5 levels of food boosting research, all at 15%. Though one of them's not necessarily research, but it's the Golden Age Tier 1. Upon aging up, he may want to go for a Mangonel. He does have quite a bit of wood and gold sword on up. He may want to get some Giloms queued up once he needs the veteran upgrades. A Mangonel and veteran upgrades maybe what he can afford. Veteran archer research not complete. Veteran longbowman complete. Going for does not have veteran Lumentani. Going for veteran horseman now. He's going to be fighting against a quality deficit, and he will be fighting that for the entire conflict. By the time he gets to the next age, he will not have capability of aging up. There's the veteran horseman research. He's almost out of Lumentani. Or not Lumentani, Spearman. Pink running away. There's the next stage for the Abbasid player. Go for a round of Giloms. Some of his villagers getting hit. He does have a good number of villagers compared to his opponent. His opponent does not have secondary town center, but Blue's doing a good number of kills on his opponent's villagers. Archers trying to stand and fight. Poor veteran horsemen have 5 armor. The archers only have 6 damage, so they're doing 1 damage each against these horsemen. Ooh, that's not good. Veteran archer research on the way. She'll give him +2 damage, so some Giloms now engaging. The veteran archer research will triple the amount of damage that these archers will do against these horsemen. The villagers standing and fighting. Blue's now ahead in villager count. More Giloms deployed on out. Streamline in from all angles. Giloms engaging the horsemen, but now the longbowmen sort of gun down some of the villagers. Villagers trying to fall back to the town center. Pink's now behind. And more longbowns push way forward. Now got a cataphract charge his way forward, and he has nothing to deal with the cataphract. Cataphract right now has 6 armor, range armor. These archers and Pink backs out of the game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.